Gonna run a couple run some pro league queues today. Y'all more than welcome to come in, hang out, and we're gonna run queue lobbies all afternoon today. Hang out with everybody and see who's got fast cars and who don't have fast cars. Y'all feel free to come on in and hang out. Got open public lobbies over in the Pro League qualifiers. In here running. Whoever wants to come race, you're more than welcome to. I welcome any and everybody. Clean racing. That's what it's all about. And have fun. First race today. Gotta get tuned up. Shut the cobwebs off. I've been on long. When this race is over with, y'all feel free to hop on in. Come on, come race with me over here. Think you can beat the old bear? Come on over here and beat me. Come on. Have some fun. Ooh, I'm really loose off. Ah! Yeah, I need to go make some changes to this bad boy. Trying a new rear shock package out on this car, and it is not working, as you can see. I'm trying to find more speed. Overall time sitting 10th. I ain't really my forte, but I really never chase lap times, but I feel like it's out there. Just gotta go find it. But this car right here, for some reason, is really loose. I don't know why. It's really uncomfortable. It's got this darty feel to it. Yep, like that. Well, everybody's probably struggling left and right. Well, believe it or not, I'm struggling too. For the most part. What's up, dude? Just working on experimentation in certain cars and whatnot. I'm just really loose off right now. The car does not want to cooperate. Right front, right rear is just burning off this last one. For whatever reason. After this race, then we're going to back up and I'm going to make a change to it. May or may not get a peek at the setup, I'm just saying. Might just do it. Might get a look at the gear I'm running. Who knows? Might get a look at a couple things. Who knows? gonna run my. Ooh, God, this thing's evil. I know it just looks like I'm just going off the corner and hitting the fence, but I promise y'all, if you're driving a wheel, a lot of people run controllers and run wheels. I run a wheel. And when the car is as loose as it is right now, I'm getting murdered by this dude in front of me. But it's because I can't get off the corner, and when I try to go straight off the corner, it wants to go straight. So when I put any kind of wheel input into it, it just wants to crash. It's pretty funny, actually. So like right now, it wants to snap. So I have to lift. Otherwise, if I don't lift, I'm gonna rip. And that's why I'm running terrible, god-awful lap times. This is a experiment car. I wanted to see how it done. Oh. Yeah, well, I'm not, I work 60 hours a week, you know what I'm saying? I build race cars, I don't build hot lap cars. And this is all this is running as hard as you can for 16 straight laps. And if anybody tells you any different, they don't know their ass from their elbow. This has nothing to do with racing. This is all to do with how loose you can make the car and how long you can hang on to it. That's not racing. That's just qualifying times and style. That's why this year the Pro League put more emphasis on contact points, wins, and top 3 finishes. They're looking at the whole picture this year, not just one picture. Because last year in the Pro League qualifiers, all we did was build cars that would run hot lap times, and we all line up 4 or 5 cars deep, and we'd just hold the leaderboard down. And that's what we did. So, man, this thing's that's pretty much what it is. Yeah. No, I'm not making no excuses. Look, let me tell you something. If I get drafted and I go back to the same team I was on last year, I promise y'all, I'll be there. When it counts, I'll be there. You can believe that. Right now, I just don't. I'm not a hot lap. I don't care nothing about how fast a car goes in 10 laps. I don't care about that. It don't enthuse me to see how quick a car can run. I care about a car that, you know, my cars have every car I've ever had, I never started on one pole in the Pro League. Never. Started second a couple times. Most of the time I qualified 6th or 8th, most of the time. Because I didn't have raw speed. But the car would handle good. So when we would get in traffic, or we would have to make moves late in the race, or when it came down to crunch time to make that move to get to the front, my car would do it. Because it was better behind cars than it is by itself. And that's, when you get 2 different types of cars, you get 2 different types of drivers. You got your pack drivers, and you got your out front drivers. And there's quite a few of those in this game, where they're better out by themselves, all alone, and they're, you know, and then when you get them around somebody and you put a little pressure on them, they wreck, or they hit the apron, or they hit the wall, because they can't take the pressure of someone riding on their door for 5 laps. And that's the difference between what we're doing right here and what we do in a Pro League race. In a Pro League race, it's non-stop action, 24/7. Like if I'd have done that right there in the Pro League like that, look at that, boom. If I'd have done that, I'd have took out 8 cars. You can't do that in the Pro League. You know what I'm saying? You can't run a car like this one in the Pro League. It's more of a demonstration than it is a tutorial, really. You know, the object is not to get your car to go as fast as it can go and then try to race it. The object is to get it to handle optimally so you can race around others and make clean moves. You know, that's the way I've always been taught. You know, the people that I started racing with way back in, let's see, my first online race was 2004. NASCAR Thunder 04 was my first one. Now my first NASCAR game on console was 96. So I played every NASCAR game up to this point. I gotta say, this particular platform in this game from this series, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, you're right, it is, and that's what it's always going to be about. Watch this. I'm gonna change something here. Watch this. I'm gonna run my race car. I'm gonna run the car that I would run if I was in a actual race. And watch what happens right here. that was a car that's set up for qualifying. 2 laps, that's it. It's actually a little bit too loose. I got to go back and change it. But I'm going to run this car right here for this run. That guy ran a 4. He was probably running 8s and 9s at the end of the run, or maybe even flats. I couldn't keep it with him because I couldn't get off the corner. Watch the cause and effect of a car like this one versus a car like that one. And watch the difference in the stability of the cars. This car right here is going to be tighter. It's probably going to be slower through the center. But laps 10 through 16, it'll be flying. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think, pretty sure I'm trying to think, I can't remember. I can't remember where I finished in the NBN Charlotte race. Hell, I think I finished third or something, second, maybe second, third with it or something. I led a bunch of laps. Where's my fall off at for which car? Like this car? With the car I ran an 8064 with last night, I was in the low 9s and high 8s, which is where I'm going to kind of go back to here in a little while when I make another run at the board. Yeah, you need to be in the 8 to 9 range on lap 15, 14 through 16. You know, if you're running, a low O, like a 30.02 or something like that, that's fine. You know, that's good. But don't get 30.1s. That's not top 10 speed. That's top 15 speed. If you run a 1 on your, you know, if you want to start out to be in the top 5, to run an 805, you got to run 1s and 2s the first. You got to run 1s and 2s the first 7 to 8 laps. So this car don't get loose. It's not loose at all. It's tight on the entry if it's anything. It's a really good car, actually. This is a good handling car. This car will do the same thing for 16 straight laps. Now, how I got that, and how I have a car like that, well, you have to go figure it out, you know what I mean? You have to work on it a little bit. But that 11 car beat me by 3+ seconds the last race. Because I was in a car that was too loose, and it was out of shape, and it was on the edge. Running cars that are way out there out in left field, adjustment-wise, for a long race, like for instance, like here, we run a Coke 600 here. So you got to have a car like NBN runs times 2. So 40 laps is a fuel run. 40 laps is a long damn time. You know, people got to understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint, you know. And, you know, don't get too caught up in running what you're running in these cues or what you see, because about 90% of it is window dressing. I promise you. I raced against the best drivers in the world in this game. I went toe-to-toe with all of them for 12 straight races. I'd be half a tenth to a tenth sometimes off the stopwatch as far as top speed goes. But when it came race time, I was in the top 3. And the playoffs, I mean, I had the best playoff run that anybody had. I mean, I won 2 of the 4 races, and I finished second in the other 2. I mean, you can't, you couldn't ask for a better result. You really couldn't. I was thrilled with it. I was happy with it. I walked out of Charlotte back last year with my head up high. I did. Wanted to bring home the trophy, we just couldn't get it done. Things just didn't go our way. We finished tied and we lost in the tiebreaker. But hopefully we'll get another shot at it this year and we'll try to go at it again. But like I said, see, 11's the arm. I don't know where he went to. This car is not blazing fast. It's not nothing really special. It's not hitting no gargantuan lap times, but it's consistent. Being consistent is the name of the game. Yeah, you show up with some of these cars that are running O's and 1s in a Pro League race, and I'll show you somebody that's going to crash. I promise you. Because number one, the Pro League ran on 4 times wear too, which is another wear rating higher than this one. So these cars start out driving good. First 7-8 laps, you're flying. You pulled everybody by a second. And about lap 9, you're backwards in the infield. Like right here, trouble time, right here, every time. That point. Everybody hates that corner. Turn forward. Oh yeah. It's out there, man. The speed is there. I mean, there's so much untapped potential in these cars, man. It's ridiculous. There's a lot left in the tank in this car. Come on in. I got one up. I ain't in here running no heater lap times by no means, but you're more than welcome to come on in. Yeah, there's a lot of trolls out here. You gotta watch them. There's a lot of new names, so you really can't pinpoint who's who. There's a prime example right there. I didn't run no 806 flat or no 805. I ran an 809. Just sitting here running, you know, consistent lap time. Just sitting here putting my laps together. You ain't got to run an 805 to be good. I promise you don't. to run that, you need 2 or more people together lined up. That's what you got to have. All these guys that are in the top 10, they ran with someone. And the only person that didn't was Scout. And that kid's on a whole nother level when it comes to solo runs by himself. He's been that way. I mean, I can too. I hit an 807 flat earlier. You know, I didn't do it that time. I'm running a different car. But I hit an 807 flat by myself. But I'm saying consistency is king. If you got a car that's on the edge. Ooh, dang, Pottles. You need to get in here and run. There's guys in here beating that already. We're just piddling around. You need to come on in here. We'll make room for you. Come on in. Pro Boss. Look at there. Look at old AKA Pro Boss. Mr. Universe. Later. Y'all more than welcome to step on in. Come on in, hang out, let's race. Let's do some racing. Let's have some fun. That's what it's all about. I said that yesterday on Twitter. You know, I'm sure everybody's all geared up, excited at their shot. You know, everybody's got just as much shot as I do to get in to the Pro League this season. All the teams are back. I mean, everything's lining up to be like it was last year. They changed the format up this year, though, because we're running multiple series this year, which is fantastic. I think that's a great idea, honestly. We're running Xfinity and Truck, and we're running, you know, and Cup. I mean, you got, you know, multiple series and multiple platforms. I think that could be extremely beneficial from a streaming standpoint, because I can tell you, road course racing and Truck and Xfinity is awesome. I think it's freaking great. I think it's I think that'd be cool, man. I would love to run a Pro League race at Road America Xfinity. That would just be awesome. I think that would be great if they put that on the schedule. I hadn't done a whole lot, Scout. I'm just running my race trim car right now, playing around. We're having fun, and I'm gonna we'll get after it later, brother. I just been going back to basics a little bit, you know. I'm running my car I race with here. Oh, it will. It'll change the field up tremendously. You're right, 100%. Car needs internal entry there for a short run. This is my race trim car. It's something I run here all the time when I'm racing long races and league races. It's not made to, you know, go crazy fast. It's just made to be consistent. I can tell y'all, everybody out there that's having trouble building cars, and they, you know, stop looking at the stopwatch for one thing. Don't look at your laptop. Look at the track. Race the racetrack. Control what you can control. You know what I'm saying? You know, do what you can do. You know, you get a lobby, you start it up, you're starting first. Shut your mirror off. Don't even look behind you. Don't even look at the person behind you. Just turn that thing off, just like that. And just run the track. Race the racetrack. Just pretend like it's just you, and there ain't nothing else out there. And you run your times, and you run your pace, and I promise you, you'll find success just in being consistent. It'll happen. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, that setup screen's got a lot to do with it. It does. But I promise you, if you'll just take a deep breath, don't get overwhelmed with the times you see. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Scott. I know. Yeah. Don't get no hurry. Don't get no rush. There's no point in it. Like this guy right here, he wants to go. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Here we go. Go. Be consistent. That's the main thing. Because I can tell y'all firsthand, running in the Pro League, racing against them guys, and the amount of car control and the amount of patience it takes to win a race in the Pro League is astronomical compared to public lobby racing. And it's a whole different type of racing, I promise you. It was a shell shock to me when we first started. When I first started the season in the Pro League, yeah, I come out and I finished like second, third, and fourth, but I was a little off, you know, honestly. Cars wasn't driving quite like I wanted to. Couldn't get them to necessarily turn down in the corner like I wanted to. And I had to really dig and do some research and do a little homework. And just so happened to be, oh yeah. Yep, this thing, season 2 is going to be fun. I like the multiple cars and multiple, I like it. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fun. They made it about individual drivers now this year, so it's not a team-related type deal where you know, if you don't do well, your team may, you know, if you do well, your teammate does bad, it, you know, it holds you back. I mean, it's not like that this year. So it's all about, you know, you control your own destiny as far as making it to the final race, racing for a championship. I think it's going to be 8 drivers this year that get a shot to run for the title instead of 4. Or, well, it was 8, but I mean, it was still 4, you know. It's going to be 1 race that determines the champion, not 2 races, which is, I think they did a good job by doing that. And so, you know, in the sense of, you know, you know, it made no sense to me for someone to win 4 or 5 races, finish first or second in their respective, you know, platform, and then if someone, you know, for lack of a better word, didn't perform that was on your team, it cost you a championship. So I like that idea. I like that fact. I like the sense of we don't have to put as much pressure on each other as teammates. We can just do what teammates generally are supposed to do, which is collaborate and come up with plausible solutions for the cars in the future, which is, you know, I'm just thrilled for that. I really am. I think that's great. I look forward to it. I look forward to the season. I hope that I get another ride, honestly. Shoot, man. I'd be plumb tickled if I did. I race this, I play this game for the fun of it, man. Like I said, I've been playing this game a long time, and I've built a lot of cars over the years, and learn the nuances and ins and outs of these cars. This has been a little bit of a curveball to me, but nevertheless, we still managed to figure it out somehow. Better run that time. Nothing flashy, nothing spectacular, just racing. Y'all come on in. Let's race. Come on in. Let's have some fun. Come on in here and let's turn them loose. Let's have a good time. Kind of full right now, but you know, people come and go, so y'all feel free to hop on in and come run. I'm gonna back up here. We'll do a little traffic run in here. I'm gonna get in here about 3rd or 4th, just see what these guys got for a long run. Cool, man. Welcome. Yeah, dude. Get in here and get after it, man. You know, keep yourself clean and just hang out, dude. You're welcome. You know, look, that's what it's all about right here. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show, as they say. I mean, come on in, man. Make yourself at home. Have a good time. You know, be mindful of people around you and just, you know, get after it. That's what it's all about, racing. Everybody's paying attention. I want you to watch the difference in the way my car goes versus out front versus it being in traffic. Just watching the previous run, I was pretty much in the lead the whole time. The car kind of snug. And I get behind somebody else, so car does whatever I want to do. I've always set up cars that way over the years. car drives so much differently when I'm behind somebody. I've always had my cars that way because you can be as fast as you want to be, but if I can hold on to you, that means I can pass you. Some folks just ain't made for the long run. Car's really hooked up right now. Definitely running. Just a lap or two behind a couple other cars, and I don't know, just wants to turn, it wants to grip. Trying to push it too hard. Oh, that's all good. Turn 2 and turn 4 at this racetrack, when you got a car that's on the edge, is a driver's nightmare. Especially when you get right here in the middle of the racetrack, right there. Everybody's been having trouble in these qualifiers at that moment in the racetrack. They can't seem to keep the car from turning. They can't keep the car underneath them on the exit. There's a way to do it. Sometimes you gotta pop the throttle. Sometimes you gotta, you know, well, really it's all about angle, honestly. If you hit the corner right, you know, you got to hit it just right. You want to get right down on that white like that. You can even come off low if you want to. Let it come out straight, make a straight exit. Try to keep the wheel input out of it. Also remember, the Pro League guys, you know, going to be running on wheels this year. There'll be a whole lot of, I don't think they're going to use controllers, so I advise everybody, if you hadn't started, you need to start brushing up on it, because it's coming this year. All wheels. Which I think that's a good thing. I mean, honestly, you don't drive your vehicle with a controller. I think that's the way it should be. You know, you want to play on a controller, they make games for that. For the most part, it's been pretty clean up. Besides that one bobble earlier. Like a fine wine, just keeps getting better with time. There you go, 96. Good job. I see you. B5 back there. Good stuff. Shout out to my teammate HD right there on the side of the car. There's me. There's my name on the other side. HD got the display side. I always joke with him. I said, "Yeah, your name's on the left side of the car because you're always getting passed. Mine's on the right side of the car because I'm the one doing all the passing." It was fun. We give each other a hard time, but he was a great teammate. I enjoyed running the season with him last year, man. And when it counted, he stepped up, man. He was on point when it mattered, so it was great. A lot of people gave us a lot of slack over the last race last year because of the issue with the camera angle on the last lap when everybody crashed in the Xbox race. It was a latency issue is what caused that. You know, the server wigged out. Actually, what happened was all the cars that went into turn 3 on the last lap, I think besides the 22 that was a lap down, all 3 of them blew tires. The 43 blew a tire going into turn 3 and wrecked. And the 95 and the 14, both of them blew a tire going into turn 3, and they all, it just wigged out. It looked crazy on camera, I know that. I looked when I went back and rewatched it. But the guys at Motorsport and 704, man, they do a good job of what we got going on, and I like the direction it's headed. I mean, it's gonna be better and better as the years go on. Once they upgrade servers for this game and stuff like that to make it a little better, a little bit more user friendly. You know, I'd like to see a leaderboard on the watch race view. You know, when you for broadcasters and whatnot, and I'd like to see online practice lobbies. That's something I've been lobbying for over 2 years now. Is an online practice lobby, because everybody knows when you set up a car on this game, it's what they say, it's different online to offline. So. tell you what, that's gonna fire up too. Oh, I'm trying to mess it up. I did. I just touched that. Oh, keep it out of the wall. Don't let me hit. Dang. Oh, well. Let's go back around the outside. How about that? Oh, well, maybe not. Put me hit on that. They put me in the fence and I got run over by this guy. Wow. Alright. These people. Some of them. Like they ain't got no brakes on the left, you know. It's funny. They act like they're going somewhere. Shame. Clear case right there of doing something the car won't do, pushing it beyond its limits. You hate to see it, you really do. Uh-oh. Running out of car. Gonna run it as hard as he can run it. Super Bowl's coming on tomorrow. Y'all got Lions and Chiefs. I tell you, I like Mahomes. I like the Chiefs. I think they have a great offense. I think from that side of the ball standpoint, they got a clear advantage. But, and I tell you what, the Niners defense this year has been amazing, and their running game has been amazing. I think it's going to come down to defense. Honestly, I'm a firm believer that defense wins championships. If their offense can't score, then they can't win the game. I think it'll be a pretty high-scoring game overall, but I think that the old Niners get enough done on defense tomorrow to get it done, I think. And I'm not a Niners fan or a Chiefs fan. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. So, let's see what happens. We're coming up on the bottom of the hour. Won a couple races. I think we lost the first race. That was about it. Every other race was won. So, pretty positive. Make some changes here.